It's the first week of June 2019, and you know what that means? It's 4 weeks to my next race. Looking forward to it. Yep, that's right. We're into June already. So that means it's 4 weeks to the Wellington Marathon. That's my next big test. And then 2 weeks after that, we've got the Woo 2K. So really looking forward to that this year. It's going to be epic. And things have changed a bit for me this year. I've changed the way I'm doing my training. So I did the Hutt River Trails in January, 60k Ultra, and that went reasonably well. I still ended up walking a whole bunch towards the end, but I cut a bunch of time off my time, and I managed to run hard for the first 40k's, so that was really good. So what I've done now is this time around I'm changing the way I'm training, in that before what I was doing is just trying to run long all the time. So during the week I'd run 10 kilometers, 2 or 3 times a week, and then in the weekend try and get out and do an ultra marathon every week, which didn't end well. Everything just hurt. It never really got me where I wanted to go. So what I did this year is I changed things. So in February, after the ultra marathon, I started running 20 kilometers before breakfast. Not running hard, just going out on my 10k circuit and doing 2 circuits, and then doing 20 kilometers at night. So 40 kilometers for the day, both runs just being nice, easy, casual pace. That was hard. I did that for a month. So I was doing it for weekdays and then having the weekends off completely. And it turned out typically I was doing 4 of those runs a week. Between 4 and 5. Some weeks it would rain, or I'd be stuck in meetings at work or something, and it just wouldn't happen. And it was no pressure or anything like that. Towards the end of it, it was hurting a lot. My ankles were swollen and sore, but I got through the 4 months, took a week off running, and then for the next month I jumped into doing hill repeats. So that's a 1 kilometer climb for a hill just it's about 2 kilometers run from my house. So that's 1 kilometer up, and then turn around and bomb back down again, and then turn around and go back up again with about less than 30 seconds break between each repetition. So I built that up to doing 5 times up, so 5k's up, 5k's down, and then another 4 or 5k's run home after that. And then I built that up to there's a second hill that comes after that, which is another kilometre's worth of climbing. So I built up to being able to do 2k climb up and a 2k bomb down, doing that 5 times, and then running home by the end of the next month, so March. April and May were pretty light months. I got really busy with work, so I couldn't run a lot, and just keeping things ticking over though. And then towards the end of May, just lifting my game a little bit, getting a little bit more of the 20k runs in. And what I've found now is that 20k is no longer a challenge for me. My rule of thumb, my gauge, if you like, is running 10 kilometers at a 6 minute per kilometer pace, so 10 kilometers an hour basically. And if I can do that, that's a good thing. Now a couple of years ago that would kill me. That was a huge goal for me to do, and now that's a no-brainer. If I take longer than an hour to do 10 kilometers, something's gone badly wrong. And now where I've got to at the end of May, I was doing my hill circuit, which is about 500 meters worth of climbing in it. So the same place where I was doing the hill repeats. If I do 20 kilometers on that hill circuit, I can do that in under 2 hours and be fine with it. So I'm not pushing seriously hard to do that. I'm just ticking along. So my fitness has come a long way by running more frequently and running less distances. So I'm not going out in the weekends and running huge long distances anymore. And so the big test is going to come up in 4 weeks. So now I'm dialing everything right back. So not doing the long runs anymore. I'm just focusing on speed and strength and flexibility now for the next 2 weeks. So I'll be going out and just doing like a 4K warm up. There's a short version of my hill circuit, which is about 4Ks, which ends in a park, and then doing sprints in the park, and then coming back and doing strength training and lots and lots of flexibility training. And that's the big thing I think I need to spend a lot of time on now. So I've got my engine's as big as it's ever going to be for this race. There's no point in punishing myself and trying to build up that aerobic engine anymore, because there's just not enough time for the adaptations to take place. So now I need to focus on just getting the legs turning over, and then lots of flexibility training, because I've neglected that while I've been running long, because I know it's not going to make any difference really, because I'm just going to get stiff and sore and all that kind of stuff. And so yeah, they're quite excited to see how things are going to work. And the other bit that I'm changing this time around, so my usual strategy for racing is the gun goes off, you go flying off as fast as you can and run as hard as you can until the wheels fall off, which has been really, really unsuccessful for me, spectacularly badly. So and it's hard for me not to do that. It's just my personality, is when the gun goes off I want to go hard, and I just push and push and push until I can't push anymore. So the big test in the upcoming marathon is to go out at a specific pace and just hold that pace for the entire race. And that pace is going to be about 5:30 minutes per kilometre, about 5.5 minutes per kilometre. I can run that without really feeling fatigued for quite a long time. So if I run that for 20 kilometres, I'm not fatigued at the end of it. So I'm hoping I can push that out for another 20. And so that's the plan, is to just hold that pace and not try and go nuts on it. And we'll see how that goes. And then that's the same plan for the Wu 2K as well, is to not try and push hard in the first half of the race and try and build up a store of time, to just keep ticking along, and when I get to the halfway mark, see where I am and try to be in a good physical condition at the halfway point, so 31 kilometres. And then there's a bunch of downhill running after that and flat running for the next about 15 kilometres or so. And so if I can get to that point feeling good, then I can hammer it for the downhill bits and the flat bit, and then that gets me to the bottom of the tip track, and I'm always going to walk the tip track because by then I'll be knackered. So yeah, it's going to be really interesting to see how the change in training and the change in pacing strategy works out. And there's 6 weeks until I find out. So quite happy with how things have gone so far, and looking forward to just putting it all out there and seeing how it goes. So if you're training for something, I hope your training is going well. Whatever you're looking forward to, I hope that things work out well for you. And we'll see you back here probably in a week's time, and we'll tell you how the speed training is going, whether I'm actually getting faster or getting slower. Until then, we'll catch you later.